Right, hi lads and lasses, and welcome to part 3 of the Steve Lamour story. Right, hi lads and lasses, this is the third and final part of the Steve Lamour story. The first two parts I found them really good to do, very exciting and what have you. It was just a nice thing to show everybody what it's like to actually go through the coaching process. Like I say, this was a block of 3 days. Some people have 2 days, some have 4, some have 1, some have just an hour. Obviously it's limited what you can do in just an hour, but if you have one of these blocks where you come for either 3, well, it's normally 2 or 3 days. If you're getting 4 days a week, if you're not already halfway there and you don't practice to quite a high level, you're going to find this very taxing. Steve found, especially the first day, because we were at it for 4 hours, don't forget he was on his feet for 4 hours the first day, had a break in between, but it's a long and a gruelling old day it is, or it can be. We've seen that. We've seen Steve in the first one, we've seen Steve in the second one, improving and improving. Now what we're doing is we're going on to the third day, where we've got a few little clips here. What we're going to do is 90% of the clips are going to be from the second half, which is in the pub. We've been in the pub, we've had Steve on day 3, has had a gruelling old day again. He's had 4 hours of it, he's had 2 hours coaching. We went downstairs, had a brew, had something to eat, just had a bit of a chat for a while, and then came back up and we did another 2 hours, so that's 4 hours worth of coaching on the last day. And then also Steve came to the pub afterwards. I invited him to come to the pub, and we've got some cracking footage from there, and what we're going to do is we'll probably use most of that footage, little parts of it, and it'll be quite interesting. So let's go over into section 1 right now. So here we are over in section 1. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Steve's grouping, how Steve progressed from his original grouping to the Dynamite Dave throw, the grouping, then as the practice came along and the tightening up started to happen, over into the section in the pub, and then that'll show you what Steve has achieved over the 3 days. Obviously he's got all his coaching and everything had finished by then. We carried on into the late afternoon and early evening playing darts. I left the cameras rolling, so we've got a few legs and what have you that we've recorded, and what I've done is I've took snippets out of those legs to show you where Steve's got to. Couldn't use all of it because obviously it's in the pub, it's an adult session, there's quite a lot of swearing and what have you in it, so what I've had to do is I've had to pick certain bits of it out rather than just running the full tape. And what we'll do is we'll go on into section 2, where we'll look at the final section of grouping, and then we'll have the penultimate in section 3. So let's get on and have a look at those clips right now. So when it comes along, clip 1. Right, we're just having a little bit of a break from the filming, just to let you know that this is the last video that I'll be making before the prize draw on the 15th of February. So if your missus wants to treat you to something for Valentine's Day, great one here, £2 down here, £2 for per entry for the raffle tickets. You can £2, £4, £6, whatever you want. Multiples of 2, don't matter which country in the world you come from. If you could click the PayPal me down there, all you do is pay in Great British pounds, it'll automatically convert it into your currency. You pay that amount, it pays me £2 per thingy, per entry. And the prizes are, it's either this shirt that I've got on now, which is the Dynamite Dave designer shirt. We've got the Dynamite Dave 180 shirt, so we've got that, which was the one that I wore in yesterday's video, so that's the 180 shirt. So a choice between the 180 shirt, this shirt that I'm wearing now, or for people who are not interested in a shirt, we've got the John Lowe Ambassador darts. So these are Unicorn John Lowe Ambassador darts in 21 grams. They're a really nice bomb shaped dart to throw. They'll come with the darts. You'll get a set of Dynamite Day flights, and also you'll get a patch. So you'll get the darts, which are worth 50 odd quid. These are 50 odd quid these to buy. You've got the patch, and you've got a couple of bang a couple of sets of flights in as well, because they actually look quite good, these, with the Dynamite Day flights on them. They really do. So that's what the prizes are. Again, down here, £2 a ticket. Buy one, buy 10. It's entirely up to yourself. Link down there, £2 a throw. Have a go. Thanks very much. Let's get back to the video. Right, so as you saw in that first lot of clips there, Steve's grouping is hit and miss, and then we're getting, every now and again we're getting 2 at home and 1 away, and then in this next set of clips you'll see how the grouping is starting to come together and tighten itself up. And so let's go and have a look at that right now. Yeah! 37. So in that second set of clips you could see that Steve's grouping and what have you was coming on better, and this is how it was progressing on. Obviously we can't show you hours and hours of it to show you each and every different aspect of each and every different throw that you made and go through it and analyse it. It just has to be chopped into small bite-sized pieces that are interesting and informative. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go on to the third one here. What we'll do is we'll actually show a couple of legs in the pub. Probably include maybe a leg or two with me, and there's another lad in there called Paul Dredge Cole, who's a good mate of mine. We chuck with each other every Sunday, or whenever he's not having to drive on a Sunday. We chuck and we have some really good times. It's nice and relaxed. And if you're ever in the area of Duckingfield on a Sunday afternoon, you're more than welcome to come and have a chuck with us. It's a friendly thing, there's no competitiveness, there's no we're going to hit 10 180s, 20 180s. We just have a bit of fun. There'll be no coaching involved in it, because obviously that's my downtime is Sundays, but you're quite welcome and quite happy for you to come and have a game with us, have a couple of legs and what have you. As I've said on many occasions during these 3 videos, it's not the finished article, it's nowhere near. It takes a couple of months. Normally, I think it's going to take Steve 2 to 3 months before he actually becomes not the polished, but the finished article, where he can then start to move on and fine tune things to a point where he's playing at a really, really high standard, and I think that is quite within his capabilities. The amount of progress that he made over 3 days, I was absolutely amazed and stunned with. Fantastic, what a lovely bloke. Anyway, tell you what, let's go over into the final part now. Well, let's go and see how Steve does in the pub playing against me and Dredge. So let's go over there right now.
Same as. Lucky 26, yeah. Who's this on the ship?
Twist it round like that. It won't come out of the thread, it'll just be off the top where your fingers have been catching it.
Horrible.
Magic darts. Fantastic arrows.
So,
85.
Great darts.
pretty much.
No one there yet.
95.
Brilliant darts. You want 1-on-1 now?
Well,
101, Steve. What did you get?
45. 200.
60, innit? Was it 21?
61.
61,
There you go, it's amazing, look at that.
61.
63.
60. Oh, you hit it. Oh, dear.
Double one, yeah.
38 leaves you 2 19s. Oh. So that was more from it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fix that halo, aren't I?
Yeah.
Great darts.
That's it.
Great darts.
That's it. Usual one, yeah.
Just one.
Fix it, 60.
What name?
Stevie.
Stevie.
I'm 229 now.
Yeah, 137.
Ready for it?
Yeah.
92 you want there?
92.
175.
Oh my god, what are you up to?
Oh,
Never do that, you know.
Alright.
40.
92 what you want to do.
Yeah.
Saved it. 70.
Right.
Well, I'll just chuck.
Cheers.
You only throw it then because you got your fucking flies so much. We've only got your flights here because they're the only big flights I have.
They're odd. That's really quite nice to throw.
Fuck off. 138.
No. 135. Riposte.
45.
140. 140.
Oh, it's the BDO World Championships all over again.
58.
181.
Oh, come on, 26.
190.
Extend come loose just as I chucked it.
Got some tape here if you want it. 34.
84.
155.
Oh, David. 95.
106. 60.
60.
You've lost.
Oh, 46, don't I?
Oh, you wanted 6.
Alright.
60, didn't you?
60, yeah.
I'm thinking.
He shouted 60.
No, 6. It's my old cult accent. Nobody can understand me clearly.
Oh, fucking hell.
60.
What does he want? 6?
62.
You want 6.
Got that right,
I want 6.